Widows, Boss of Golds, how are you all doing? Today we are looking at top 5 real ghost videos from 2017. I've gone to Nukes top 5, I've gone all the way back. 2017, seems so long ago. Because basically, the top 5 channels were a lot better back in the day, I hope. So we're going to see if we can get some debunkings, maybe something will freak us out, maybe something will look a bit real. I don't know, but we'll check. Just before we get to that, a word from the sponsor, FlexiSpot. Today's video is brought to you by FlexiSpot. This desk can hold and lift 160 kilograms from sitting to a standing position. As most of you know, I have severe back issues, so sitting for long periods of time causes me extreme pain and discomfort. So I have the ability to stand midstream, to stand up while I'm editing, and then drop the desk back down for streaming and gaming. I'm a 6-foot man, and when I raise this desk for my height, for me to stand up by it, there is still plenty more to go in there, so it will accommodate for taller people. These desks are very, very easy to put together. It took me about 20 minutes. It says it takes 2 people. I managed to do it on my own. You'll see some footage. You will see the new desk with the new setup on there, but does that new desk only has one PC and one monitor on there, one keyboard. It's already heavy. What about 2 regular size monitors, 1 oversized monitor, a PC, a stream deck, an auto cue, amplifiers, tablets? This desk is pretty full, even with the big key light that's quite heavy, and this desk will lift it easily. And if you have little ones, there are also child locks on these desks. There's a little M button, you hold that in, it locks the desk, so any accidental touches by your little ones, or even by you, desk isn't going to suddenly lift or drop. It doesn't move too fast, so it's out of control for you. And even better, the desk comes with a 10-year warranty. 10 years, that's incredible. I've had this desk in my main setup for nearly 3 years now, and I've never had an issue with it. We've got the second desk set up over there. One of the big things with this for me is cable management. I've got so much stuff, my cables are absolutely everywhere. But because of the underneath storage, there's a C bracket underneath you can store your power packs and all of your cables in. The power pack and all the cables associated with that to lift the desk for the motors, it's all hidden away in a tray underneath the desk with a magnetic cover over it. You get an easy build, top quality. I mean, look at the size of the desktop. They are huge. Obviously, you can get them in different sizes if you don't need one as big as what I've got, but go big or go home. And just something else, something they haven't asked me to mention. It's only these little FlexiSpot tools, so basically all you need to put the desk together. But it's not just like the cheap stuff you normally get with flat pack that you throw out and use your own tools. These are absolutely fantastic. They also give you a roll of FlexiSpot Velcro tape. Basically for your cable management. Drop your cables in, wrap this around it, cut it, move further down the cables, clean your setup up. You'll get your delivery in 3 different packages, the top, the legs and the motor. Obviously due to the weight, but it's free shipping as well. For something this heavy and in 3 large packages, it's free. I'd personally like to thank FlexiSpot for sending me out another one of these fantastic desks. These make my workflow just so much better with my back issues. And now I can use both setups, one standing, one sitting, or both sitting, both standing, vice versa. FlexiSpot help me with my productivity, and they help alleviate my back pain with not having to sit for long hours. So please check the video description, there'll be a link down there. There's a link on screen right now, there's the branding on here. Please go and check out FlexiSpot. I know a few people that have these desks, and everybody absolutely adores them. So thank you to FlexiSpot for sending out these awesome desks. Game changers. Let's get into the debunking. The first clip is a Brazilian prison, and the conditions here look awful, awful. There was a still image of a cell, and there must have been 30 people in there. But the guards think somebody's trying to escape, and this is what they captured.
There appears to be a strange black shape climbing the prison wall and even passing back and forth through the concrete surface. Some of the prison staff and inmates believe the dark figure to be the soul of a murdered inmate.
I mean, it could be, or it could be that somebody got out of their cell, tried to climb up, and then changed their mind and climbed back down. That looked like a real person to me. I mean, the quality of the camera, old CCTV doesn't help. It's so pixelated, you can barely make out anything.
However, the penitentiary's official statement is that the shape is just the shadow of someone moving around inside the prison.
You know what? It doesn't even look like a person. It's just a blob. Now, my initial thought was maybe this is something on the lens, but it can't be because it's behind these bars, the scaffolding. So whatever it is actually there. It's got to be a person and just really bad pixelation. Maybe the prisoner said it's just a shadow because they don't want the reputation of people getting out of their prison or attempting to. I don't know what the wildlife is in Brazil. I don't know if they have monkeys and things. Let me see. So, I was watching it and I was like, it's kind of humanoid, but kind of not. Is it an ape? Is it a monkey? So, I've had a look. Brazil, spider monkeys, Colombian red howler, marmosets, black howler, common marmoset, southern miraquis, a cebidae, and a tamarin. They have all of these species of monkeys in Brazil. I think that's a monkey. The movement was too fluid and the way it swung off the ladder into the window. Watch now. See the way
there appears to be a strange black shape climbing the prison wall and even passing back and forth through the concrete surface. Some of the prison staff and inmates.
See the way it swung into that window then? To me, looked like a monkey.
Believe the dark figure to be the soul of a murdered inmate.
Watch the movement, yeah. That looks like a monkey. It's too pixelated to see properly, but in a few images, they look like... Yeah, this looks like the back of a monkey. The way it moves, that corner there, the way it swings into that window is more monkey than human being trying to escape to me. Is that 100% debunk? I think so. I mean, the poor quality camera doesn't help, but I don't... Initially, I was like, it's an inmate. The prisoner's saying that it's the shadow of another inmate. Absolutely not. That's a monkey. So this next clip, somebody puts out a video of paranormal activity in his home, cupboard doors opening and the like, and a skeptic called John calls him out and says it's all a hoax, and the guy that's being haunted has invited the skeptic around to take part in an investigation to prove to him that it's all real. See, shall we? Sounds like The Walking Dead. Now, I can't hear any obvious signs of it being layered there. There's no clicking on and off of a track. Could it just be that these two are in on it and the third person is just the other side of the door, acting like a zombie? Probably. Could it be a ghost?
Yeah, what is that? It's like breathing. Come from the pantry. No.
That's breathing. It's a banshee. Banshees wail, not go, eh. But yeah, let's go with it. We'll go with it. I'm being optimistic here. It's a real ghost. Movement out there. That ghost has got a cold. This they make messing about. They've left the sneeze in.
Oh my god.
Ooh, that would be spooky if we hadn't just heard them sneeze. Obviously, it's just somebody putting their hands up against the door. I imagine they'll rip the door open. There'll be nobody there because they'll have made a cut.
Go, 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 go. Go up, go, go. Go up. What the hell is that? Do you feel anything? I feel it. It's cold.
It's because glass.
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. The hell is that? Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Whoa. It's a cupboard door with shelves in it, so there's not a person behind it. How did they do that? Magical. I know how they did it. So it's not a person behind the door. So are there any telltale signs of this being a masked-in person? I think there is. One of the telltale signs is the real person's hand when he touches the glass.
Oh, here.
John here puts his hand over the door. And look, his fingers have completely disappeared in this piece of glass. The line of the door's bent around his fingers. And we can still see, for the most part, this door through his hand. Now, yes, this is an old video, so... pixelation and artifacting are going to be rife, but not to this extent. His other hand, further away and in a darker spot, doesn't have the same issues as this. That door is bleeding through his hand, meaning this entire glass panel is masked in. That shadow looks legitimate. His hand does not. He puts his hands up to meet the other hands on the other side of the door. We got any more? Yeah, his fingers just disappeared there. The other hand that is oh so clear. Look how clear it is. Look how clear it is. As soon as it breaks the line of the mask, which I believe is these white lines, his finger and thumb have disappeared. And they still disappeared. And the door is on top of his hand. This window section of the door has been masked in. The mask is warp in there. Even though he's not moving, the mask is warp in. His thumb is shifting position. His forearm is glitched out. The design on the door has changed. Yeah, look at the state on this. As he moves up the glass, the design of the glass starts to bend. It's masked. Good effort, though. So this ghost appears, bangs his head on the door almost, and then the camera zooms in, and the mask breaks again. These white lines are shifting, but they're not shifting up and down with the door frame. They're bending. We keep going, it bends again, then it loses all shape while it's zooming. Because masking on a zooming camera is hard. Yeah, we lost all definition of the door frame there. I mean, this whole thing is moving, and then it just snaps and plays as normal. Nobody there. What I imagine has happened there is they've got another door similar to this, or they've used this door while it's open. One of them has done this on the back of it, filmed it, closed that door, and then overlaid them on the other side of the outside of the door. So when they play it back and he's doing this with his hand, that's why you see the lines of the mirror. That's why you see the lines of the glass through the backs of his hand. Because it's masked in and he's broke the mask by getting into the video. So it's masking. So I quite like it when I have to work for something, and these days seem to be long gone. Instead of looking for masking and editing tricks and wire pulls, 9 times out of 10 what we're seeing now is just, or we're hearing people knocking doors and doors opening, but we can't see the full door. Seems that because debunkers have caught out masking so many times, people have just stopped masking and have gone back to practical effects, and it's just so much more boring to debunk. Okay, next clip, this young girl, is complaining of something bothering her in the house. The father has set up CCTV everywhere. But look at the date on this. 20th of the 9th, 2016. Very clear image for CCTV in 2016 in a home. Almost like it's just a camera on a tripod. Just saying. What am I looking for? Right, I know how this is done because I did this on one of my houses really haunted or really not haunted episodes for Halloween. That blind spot there, there's somebody with a hairdryer or a fan. They've turned it on, that paper is blown because that paper shuffling sound was so loud compared to that little girl running across the floor. You can hear the sound snap off after the paper stops moving, and then her footsteps and the background hiss pick up. The sound of the papers blowing was even overlaid to make it more effective and to hide the fact that there's a fan or a hairdryer blowing in the background. It's like a hiss. Cricket noises, maybe. You hear the paper blow. And then you hear the sound completely change as she runs. So that is one sound, paper being shuffled, being overlaid while they blow something with a hairdryer, and then she runs off. That was entirely fake. And this annoys me. Stop using your kids for YouTube and TikTok notoriety, pretending that your kids are haunted so people feel sorry for you. Morally bankrupt. Just saying. Did something else happen? Ooh, there's more. And again, she's run, and there was no sound this time, but all of this stuff has just flown off the table and is so much louder. Let's reverse it back, because this doesn't look like wind. This looks like a... Ooh, what's that wobble there? Could have been her running past, but let's see if we can see what I think is going to happen here, and a wire glint. Okay, so the little girl walks into frame, and then the papers blow, and I mean blow, if blown from the same area, the same corners are lifting. Yeah, that's a hairdryer or a fan. As the girl runs, more stuff's blowing about. Okay, so at this point they can turn the fan off, or the hairdryer. I'm assuming hairdryer because I was quite powerful. And then something else crashes. And they've masked this one as well. Curtain moves, the table. Look at that table changing there. Everything, this whole image has pulsed. The curtains have moved. This table has lost definition. The sofa, or at least the cushion, and that has changed. The lighting has changed slightly. Right? Oh, what's that there? They've masked somebody out. The shadows under the table. So somebody stood back there and they've swiped that off. I've made plenty of masking videos, so I'm not going to go over old ground, but there's somebody back there. They've just given that a pull. This isn't a CCTV camera. This is a camera on a tripod. So this 20th of the 9th, 16th, or 16th of the 9th even. Maybe this is 2020. UK date's different. In my opinion, this time, this date, and this cam one, these are overlaid. It's a video camera or a phone. They've masked and set this entire thing up to look like CCTV, and it's not. Look at the mess on that. The table starts to move. The entire room shifts with it. This is some old school rotoscoping, and they've completely messed it up. What's the table now? The table starts to shift. That could be somebody down there, to be fair. But once it gets going, the whole room, look at it. The whole room is moving. This entire thing has been edited. Okay, so we've got an upset cat and an upset dog. The cat didn't look upset. The dog was cowering and hiding under a bed. The cat is being a cat.
Suddenly, he hears some odd noises coming from the attic. He decides to investigate. When he climbs the stairs to the attic, he finds that items that had originally been stacked neatly in place are now strewn on the floor. He sets his camera down to investigate.
Sets his camera down to investigate. Do you know why people set the cameras down like this? It's on a tripod so they can mask things and cut things without it being too obvious.
And this happens.
Have I seen this? Oh. Are the cat and dog upset because something has been moving around up there legitimately, like a rat or a squirrel or a possum? This guy's gone up there, disturbed it, it's bolted and pushed that over, potentially. Before that item gets thrown, look at the state on this for the two videos are laid up. We got 2 light bulbs. The rafters are doubled. The chair is doubled. This is the second video kicking on. Look, the table. This is 2 videos being played at the same time, but the camera's moved slightly when he's run past it. So when he plays the second video and it feeds it in, it's slightly out, so we get a double of everything in the video. It's faked. It's not a critter. And then the event happens, and suddenly the room is clear. Oh, is the ghost traveling through a dimension and pulling his own dimension along with it, meaning we get double of everything? Or is this 2 videos playing at the same time being overlaid? It's 2 videos. But at least these are more fun than the newer stuff, you know? Was there more? Oh, there's a cut on the light switch. I don't mean a cut on the actual light switch. When that light turns on, that video's cut because this camera is moved. Yeah, this is a cut. The camera's moved. The entire thing is fake. When you hear that click, and the light just suddenly smashes on, that's where the cut is, and you can see because the entire video frame shifts. Because he's knocked the camera a couple of times. Oh, this is meant to be the ghost, right. Anything else? I mean, it doesn't matter if there is anything else, because it's clearly staged and faked. Better not jump scare me. Oh, that was it. This is the original building owner of the next clip. What a majestic beard. I approve.
One night, the current owner, Liam Woodgates, is working alone, configuring the store's security cameras. As he looks up at the monitor, he notices something odd on one of the cameras. He pulls out his cell phone and records a strange apparition floating around and even through the racks of clothes. The semi-transparent figure then disappears. Workers at the store believe the ghost to be that of Mrs. Hopkinson, the long-dead wife of the store's original owner. Apparently, she still checks up on the store's inventory from beyond the grave. Now, whether you believe in
Cool story, but that could just be a real person coming into shot at the furthest point away, the focal point of the camera, throwing it all out. Or it could be a bug, or it could be a light refraction from outside, or something along those lines. I couldn't tell because the screen was this big, and if I tried to enlarge that, it'll just pixelate it even more, make it look even worse. So he was recording CCTV off a screen on his phone back in 2017, maybe earlier. The raw footage up there instead of your mobile phone looking at it. And the reason a lot of people use their mobile phones to record screen images is they think they're not breaking data protection or the law. They still are, but this was the shop owner. He can use his own footage, and he didn't. He used his mobile phone, which sets alarm bells off that the original footage will show exactly what it was. The mobile phone made it look a little bit more scary. So do please let me know your thoughts on the comment section down below. Was it fun revisiting really old school Nuke Top 5 stuff? If it was, then we'll do some more. Did any of those convince you? Do you think I got any of these wrong? Let me know. Don't forget to check out FlexiSpot. Much love to you all. Beardo out.